Hey viewers, welcome back to Space Haven, where we join Emerson, Jimmy, Madeline, and Tala on board the HSS Horus. Uh, Last episode we began expanding the ship a little bit, and we did manage to move all of our excursion vehicles into the wing, and we thought about planning an expansion of the grow area. Let's take a look at the um, local area a bit and see what we've got. So we're gonna zoom out. We do have a derelict here to finish exploring, and there is a visitor here that I can't remember right off the bat whether we've traded with these guys or not, but it's worth taking a look at what they have. We did find a bunch of tech blocks or purchase a bunch of tech blocks from a trade last episode, so we're actually sitting relatively pretty with tech blocks. So at this point, we're going to expand our resource infrastructure a bit and hopefully get to the point where we can create our own tech blocks. At that point, we will have pretty much everything we need to turn this ship into a war machine that can finally hunt down some pirates. This guy has a lot of plastics, or no, he wants plastics. He's offering some noble metals. It might make sense to pick up these low-level resources, although checking our own inventory. Yeah, what we'd really like is raw chemicals if somebody had those. Most of the other stuff we're good. That's right. We also haven't quite got the composter up and running, so that's something we're going to want to look into. Alright, so maybe we'll make a trade for this noble metal. Just checking our weight, we are a little overweight, and we are kind of low on currency. So maybe there's something that we could sell them that they'd like. They want energy blocks. We have a few of those, but not really enough to part with any. They want carbon. Carbon's a pretty hefty resource. We could probably give them a little bit of carbon. We're not giving them any of these really hard to get resources, though. Alright, so maybe we'll just skip this trade for now and use this as an opportunity to look at what's going on in our ship. We still need to finish building the basic game consoles. We need an operations console so we can communicate with other ships. Why is this highlighted in red? Is it because it's not built yet? Check our power. No, it looks like it's built. Why is that being highlighted? I don't understand. Okay. See if there's anything. No, maybe it's not linked. No, it's linked. No reason. Just is. Okay. Well, while we wait for our crew to wake up, which they just have done, let's take a look at them. They're all hanging out in a nice cozy bedroom, which, looking at the comfort level of that, that's one of the highest levels of comfort. It looks like the greenhouse area, the grow room area, is starting to get a little more comfortable. And just areas around the periphery of our main engine room, main engineering section are starting to look more comfortable too. So it's possible that we can improve that a bit more. Looking in here, we have an assembler. We have an advanced assembler running. Okay, so we've already finished the advanced assembler. We've got optronics. The optronics is making optronics components, of which we have one currently. The advanced assembler is making tech blocks, which we have plenty, so that's not even running. Do you recall that we were worried about power, so we're going to have to improve our power system a bit. And we'd also like to organize the storage a bit, because right now it's just kind of scattered around the ship in an obstructive way. Why don't we start out by moving this water generator? We'll put the water generator into kind of our resource development area here. See if it fits anywhere in here. It would fit along this back wall perfectly. We'll stick it there. The tools facility, we can also move in there. And that one might make more sense to put down here, like so. That will certainly give our people something to do while they're working on that. Let's go check this derelict out. So it looks like we have explored this. And if we look on this derelict and see what's left here, there's some food we'd like to get. So let's set up a transfer for that. All the organic matter, this fuel rod, this water. Double check how much infra we have. We only have 10 infra right now. Might be nice to have a few more of those, so let's just get it all. We definitely don't need the soft, and we don't need the bug body. Alright, so we're just going to finish a transfer there before we jump out of this sector. That should pretty much be the last thing we do here. It looks like we've got some hull work to complete. Like they started to do it, but didn't finish. What's this say? Unreachable task. I can't do construction because it's unreachable to do. I guess I put a wall in the way. See if we can dismantle this wall so they can reach that. It's weird that they need an interior. Need to get to the interior in order to reach that. Well, I hope blasting down this wall doesn't expose them to space. Alright, we are getting object on a power grid. Okay, the reason that makes more sense now. The reason that was red is because we were dismantling it for some reason. I believe my intent was to put a power generator in this area. So let's go ahead and start building a power generator over there. We're going to try to build the large one, which hopefully won't be an issue that it says it's missing tools. Put this power generator here in this unfinished room. Maybe I did mess this up. Alright, let's move this tools back temporarily. Somewhere where we can have access to tools. And then let's make sure that power generator is built in an intelligent place. I guess we should butt this power generator up against the where I was going to place that tool, because then it'll provide power to more area. And of course, we want everybody to be busy. We want to check what they're doing, how they're feeling. They really don't like working in the engineering room because it's just so uncomfortable in here. They're still being mean to each other. It looks like Madeline got rejected, which means she must be making advances on Emerson or Jimmy. So it's probably not Jimmy because both of them say got rejected, but maybe they were mean to each other. Madeline really hates everybody. It's just getting worse. She's like not having a good time with these people at all. Jimmy can't stand Madeline. Emerson can't stand Madeline and isn't liking Tala very much. Tala and Jimmy are the only ones who are really getting along. Although Jimmy and Emerson seem to be getting along okay. So it's really Madeline in the equation. Just doesn't like anybody. I wonder if that's because she's such a hero. She must have a really big ego and just like the others can't stand being around her. Alright, it no longer says they don't have access to this. So I'm going to cancel this. I don't see a way to cancel the job of destroying that. Maybe if I do this? Nope. Oh, wait, here. That's just a deselect. Okay. So they're going to have to break down that wall. There's just no way to tell it not to break it down once I've told it to break it down. This symbol is telling us insufficient available resources. Okay, we don't have optronics. That's because our optronics got depowered. No big deal. Hopefully we will take care of that soon. Maybe I can... it looks like that is disassembled there, and they are assembling it here. So let's increase the priority of that assembly. And now we can tell them to indeed make this power supply or power generator. Once this power generator is running, we can actually, come to think of it, I want to shift this over 1 because then we can wall off this power generator, isolate it, and maybe make this whole area a little bit more comfortable for everybody. Still says no tools facility, but Emerson's busy getting that together. And they're about halfway through the day. Looks like Tala's doing the salvaging op on this ship over here. I just want to check to see this ship once again to see if there is anything worth salvaging. So there is a lot of tech and energy scrap, but I just still don't feel like recycling is really the way to go. It really doesn't seem like recycling was pulling in enough resources from the effort it really took. Maybe if we had a larger crew and they could get the job done faster, it would be worth it, but it really just seems like recycling hasn't really been paying off for the amount of time they spend doing it. So we've still got reasonable temperature in here, probably because all of these things are producing quite a bit of heat. We didn't breach the walls, which is good. And now we have a path through here. Maybe we'll put a door there just to give them an alternate route into here. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this wing up here yet. But the way I designed this and pushed these up against this wall, this really wants to be a solid wall behind these things. So maybe we'll make that wing a bedroom eventually. Expand the bedroom into there. Put a wall here. Leave the walkway there. That's not a bad idea. So let's put a door there for now, just so we're not contaminating this area with too much noise. And hopefully they can get this generator assembled. Well, could make that a high priority now too. There's not really a whole lot else I want you people to be working on. I'm not sure why they haven't picked up this bug body. Maybe we need one of those medical tables, like a autopsy table, I think it's called. It's under food, of course, because autopsy equals food. Yeah, I think if we had that, then they could convert that into monster meat and store that. That's probably worth doing in a bit. First, let's address this storage. So, looking at this back area, we kind of want to clear all of this out of the back so that we can stick more engines in here. That means this storage is actually in a decent place, although if it was facing the other way, so it had easier access from an airlock, that would be nice. It might actually make sense to move this airlock to this wing. So thinking this through, the plan was to have an additional excursion vehicle here, but I'm not sure we actually need that. 2 seems to be fine. We definitely want 2 shuttles eventually. But I think if we had an airlock over on this side, and then we could put the storage, a door here to storage here, and like kind of keep the storage stacked this way, I think that would be a lot more efficient. So let's work on that. First things first, I don't think we can put a door there because of that light. Although it might just as well. Why can't we put a door there? I don't know. Okay. We lost power there for a second as they finished assembling that generator is what I'm guessing. Let's make sure, although no, it's not done and it's not linked. Okay. I don't know why we lost power. We're just kind of unstable. Let's build this airlock. Alright, airlock can be built here. Not sure if the airlock needs power. And I'd like, yeah, so I'd still like a space between those so they can get around it. Put that airlock here. And then once that airlock is there, we'll have to move these things to make room, but we're going to put storage over here. And we kind of want a clear walk from the airlock. I guess the door should really be here. Oh, you can't just put a door on a wall. So we'll destroy this wall. And we'll put a door there. That will line up the doors with these corridors. Well, with this corridor. Come to think of it. Don't think I'm thinking this through. So if we had another pod? No, shuttle hangar. We had a second shuttle hangar here. That shuttle hangar is going to take up all the remaining space. Looks like, oh, there's a power panel there. We'll have to move that. That shuttle is going to take up all, is that a power panel or is that just not going to be possible because of, that's a good question. Let's see, V? It looks like it should be possible to put it here. But it's not, okay. Oh, rotate, maybe if we rotated it. Yeah, okay, so that's the plan there. It does fit. So that means the door really wants to be in the upper corner, not where I was about to put it. Because it would be nice to have a door over here. Rather than put it like kind of in the middle of where the shuttle is. Having the door here actually lines it up with the corridors better. So that's what we'll end up doing. Plus that means we don't have to dismantle the lights or anything. So then that means the storage area should be right about here, giving them like instant access between that the walkway from the airlock to the storage area. Still a bit of a long walk to storage, but at least it's a straight line. Nobody's going to get lost on the way and bumble around. Alright, with that in mind, we're going to have to move this power panel. So power panel, moving that power panel is going to upset things a bit. No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. It's going to upset the airlock. We're going to have to put a power up by the airlock anyway, so that probably means another floor power panel here. Let's actually get that going. We'll wait till the airlock's done. Okay, so if we move this panel to make room for storage, where would we put it? Check on our large storage. So a large storage here. In this orientation would be ideal. Right there. Oh, and then we don't have to move anything. Excellent. Let's just do that now. So once that's there, we can start unloading this storage into it, and then we can move this one down in this area. Or, yeah, and possibly end up having 4 storage areas, I suppose. But just moving this one to make room, give us room to move this other stuff, so we can throw another engine down. We do have power. Let's link this power up. Is it? No, we don't. We still don't have power. We're still working on it. Alright. What else can we think about while this is happening? That door's coming down, and that wall's coming down. We can stick the door in there as soon as that wall's down. Go. We are going to need power, right? These things, airlock does consume power, I imagine. Although I didn't see... Oh yeah, there's like 3 points where it has to be powered. Okay. So we're going to need power on the floor back here. Let's throw that up. The day is almost over. There we go. We throw power here. That'll cover us. And we are getting an object on power grid air. It's still that. Okay, finally Emerson is building the generator. Look at that. Full-size generator going up in the resource room. Fantastic, Emerson. Good work. We'll link that up to this node. Might actually be smart to put a power capacity node in here. Maybe even right here. Then we can link between those. So let's do that. Let's tell them high priority on this one. We will temporarily link this generator straight to that so that we can at least power things. So why doesn't... Okay, the generator's not running yet because they're going to have to bring fuel rods to it. Facility output full. Wow. Alright, looks like they're taking their shift break for the day. Let's take one last look at them. Tala got pretty tired today. Everybody hated being in the uncomfortable environment, but they're in a nice area now. Low energy. She's just about done with her low energy, though. Madeline, still lonely. She'll be happier in the morning. She's feeling kind of hungry, but she's eating. That's good. Or she's relieving herself, at least. Jimmy's only got minor discomfort. Emerson's got moderate discomfort. Nobody's extremely uncomfortable. Tala's actually feeling pretty good, except for her spacesuit fatigue, which she'll sleep off. So it looks like they're all pretty happy. Let's go link up that power. Once the power is linked up, we can wait till tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, we'll build that capacitor. Get this all nice and smoothly operating. Look, as soon as we turn that power on, it goes to yellow somehow. I guess that just means... there it goes. Now it's going green. Got quite a load, but it looks like things are going to balance out a bit. I think we're going to tear down this generator just because we don't really need it. That'll give us room to move the navigation console and throw in another engine right away. Alright, everybody's asleep. We're going to speed through this night. Hopefully no pirates show up while they're sleeping. Just taking a look around. Unattended tasks probably means... Oh, good. I was worried that that was going to mean that they were not providing food to the plants, but it seems like plants are fine. We might have to actually... Oh, everybody's awake and moving. Everybody's awake and on break, immediately heading down to get some food. Get their breakfast going. Let's look at some of their conversations this morning. All right. Emerson, totally happy today, except that he's feeling a bit lonely. That's to be expected. You're on a small spaceship. Jimmy is already unhappy about having had to walk into the engineering section to grab the food. Madeline's doing great, except for a little lonely. And, wow, Tala is actually pretty happy. Of course, she hasn't gone into any uncomfortable environments today yet, so that'll wear off soon. Looks like Emerson's gonna go and finish the salvage today. Madeline is working on the capacitor. This system's still waiting for optronics, so somebody's eventually going to operate. That looks like Jimmy's turning on the optronics manufacturing machine. Madeline's doing her work. Everybody's hopping along. We have plenty of jobs for them to do. We'll take a look. It looks like maybe Tala is operating. No, it must be Emerson outside operating the remote vehicle to build the hull. He does find it uncomfortable out there. Maybe that was probably triggered just by walking through the engineering room as opposed to being in the remote vehicle. Yeah, they're really hating working in the engineering room. We are going to have to do something about this area. It would be really nice to wall off the engines, get this generator out of there. Make it so they only have to come back into this bad environment if they need to work on the engines. Taking a look at quality of environment. This one. We can see that the reason it's uncomfortable is mostly because of that power generator. So let's get rid of that power generator as soon as possible. And then wall off the engines. That'll help quite a bit too. But yeah, walling off these power generators I think is going to be huge. Which, come to think of it, that means I put this in a stupid place because getting a wall... Well, I guess they can put a wall here. Never mind, it's fine. Let's start building that right away. Let's build just a wall with a door in it around this generator and see if that stabilizes the environment in here at all. Put a door... I can't build it here. Damn. Alright, well that negates my plan. Wonder if putting it like this will help at all. I doubt it, but it's worth checking. May have to move this thing over one. Probably worth doing right now. Never mind, that blocks that blocks the path down to here. Okay, so it's really the generator we're gonna have to move over one. It looks like I should probably just not do all this and move that generator over and then put a wall around it. Or just forget it for now. Do it later. It's always an option. Okay, we can link this to the generator. I think that will totally stabilize our power. I'm not sure why. Okay, so clicking here links that. Then if we select this, I guess we want to link it to that also. How do I cut this line? There we go. I want to cut that line. That way the generator is powering the capacitor, and then the capacitor feeds everything else. That should stabilize power a lot because this capacitor can store a lot of energy. Looks like the hull is almost complete out here. That's nice. Still don't have this doorway up. Let's put a door here with high priority. And then hopefully we'll focus on the airlock, and actually might make sense to do this one first. Because then we can start the transfer. That'll be pretty much a full-time job for everybody, transferring resources. You can't just move, you can't just... What? Yeah, you can't just move this storage until it's empty. Alright, we have another incoming ship. This is a civilian ship, so we're still safe in this sector. We do want to get some weapons and shields built on this ship eventually. One step at a time, really, is what we got to aim for. All of our resource generators are working nicely, although I'm just looking at this and shaking my head. We really need to relay out this whole section now. That'll be fun. Emerson happily building our storage, getting our storage complete. Oh, we're really hoping we have enough time in the day to transfer materials from that storage bay. I'd like to transfer those materials. I'd like to move this storage bay into this area right here. That is this area right here where this monster meat is. That'll free up a lot of floor space here. That'll let us finally move this whole reinforcement out of the way to put an engine down. Take a look at everybody. Jimmy's busy here. Madeline is on the shuttle. Tala's doing salvaging all by herself. I guess Madeline left you there all alone, huh? Well, no surprise. You guys hate each other. Madeline and Tala are getting down to the -6. Wow. That's our worst relationship yet. Emerson and Madeline. I have a feeling once it gets down to the negative double digits, we might start seeing some fights break out. Eventually, they will finish putting the hull together. See Madeline looking angry there, unhappy about having to carry stuff around. It's not really her thing. She's a hero, don't they know? Don't they know this kind of work is beneath her? She should be out there fighting pirates, taking care of the space monster threat. Dead. I've got her stuck in this ship with these idiots, not realizing her full potential. Okay, here Emerson is finally finishing up that last section of hull. Hopefully that's done soon. Checking out our hull blocks. We still have quite a few hull blocks left, although we really ran through our tech block supply. We're down just building that generator, kind of consumed them all. It looks like it's going to be safe to dismantle this one, so I'm going to issue that order now. And as soon as they're done with that, I'm going to move this navigation console out of the way. We'll start building our second drive here. Tala on our way back. You know, even though Madeline hates it here, she's still actually doing a substantial amount of work, so I'm happy with her. Emerson, though, man, this guy's a workhorse. He's always the one who's building or dismantling the big objects. Madeline's taking a break, see? It's just like she hates it in there. She was a little hungry. Doesn't want to be around those people. Madeline, are you our botanist? Let's take a look real quick. Madeline, I guess Tala's our main botanist. Should really give you a little more priority on botany. I'd rather see you taking care of the plants than taking care of yourself right now. We still have this set as high priority, yes? Okay, good. Hopefully Emerson goes and takes care of that. Ah, look at that. We totally lost connectivity there. Probably should have thought that through a little better. Let's check our power situation. It looks like we could put a wall power station here. Everything's really still on the grid. Maybe this wouldn't be. I don't think that matters too much though. So let's put a wall station there. We have a wall power node here. That gets us pretty well powered. Yeah, we really want it there. Or do we want a floor station? Could put a floor node here. No. Here? Yeah, let's put a floor node here just because then that covers our storage area. Again, I don't feel like this is that well planned out. Maybe here. Okay, we'll put a floor node there because it's out of the way. Make sure that gets done soon. While we're thinking about that, we want to move this console this way. Again, it's still in a temporary location, but right now we're just moving it out of the way of this. Let's get rid of this guy. Get rid of this wall light. Alright, storage area is ready. Do this. We're going to transfer this storage. Oops. Guess that's not the way to do it. Let's first transfer into a different ship. Transfer. How do we do this? Rules, that's what it is. So we're going to say empty this station. Select all, and then empty. So that will just dump stuff out of this. Let's also tell them not to put it in here. So let's select everything here. No more. The ship has entered our sector. Just quickly check what they have. They have raw chemicals. That's probably worth trading for. Let's make a trade with these guys. And we get 5 raw chemicals. 1,600 for 5 raw. Was that really worth trading for? Maybe not. Maybe not. We're not going to give them any of this expensive stuff, so no. Let's not do it. Alright, so we're not allowing anything else to be put in this storage because we're going to want to move this one too. We are allowing stuff into this storage. And they should be taking stuff out of that storage. Alright, we might have to link power now that we've built this. Let's link this to here and here. That should reconnect everything. We don't have power quite reaching our drives here, so we're dead in the water. We'd better fix that. Let's see, if we put another hyperdrive in, would be here. Let's hyperdrive take... Oh, wow, we have enough resources. Let's do it. Alright, and then that gives us an idea of where we should put this power, probably right between them here. I guess it doesn't make any sense to have that stretching outside of the building. It also, yeah, let's just use a floor node. That's fine. That way we can power the wall if we need to. Console's not done yet, we better turn that on. They did finish the airlock back here, and this power needs link. There we go. That means this new airlock is fine, so we can tell them to dismantle this airlock. Progress is definitely being made. Now looking at this, it might make more sense to take the stuff out of here first. Just so we have room to stuff this. If we move this, it might make sense to put it up against this wall. Whatever, we're going to be fine. We've got so many things happening right now. Probably smartest just to finish what we have going. Make sure our floor power node gets built. Highest priority. The only thing unpowered right now is this light and our hyperdrive. Pretty excited that we're going to have 2 hyperdrives finished. I really hope... good, there's the power. I was about to say I really hope they get these online before any pirates show up, because it would kind of be sad to be stuck without navigation or hyperdrive. Alright, we can link this up. That gets our power back online. And they really should be doing this before that hyperdrive. Jimmy, are you stuck back here? No, you're just working on stuff. Good, I was worried that I somehow got Jimmy stuck. Great, they're building the nav. Good. So as soon as that nav is finished. I think it is time to move to another sector. Where do we want to go? So we've covered a lot of territory. Seems like we should go back here and collect this Hyperium because that's really going to be the most value for us. It's just collecting some Hyperium up here, I think, or even over here. I think the next goal is going to be to make a resource machine that can generate hyperfuel for us. A wall along here would be great because that's going to cut off these hyperdrives from contributing to the horrible environment in this area. But look at this. Comfort is actually down to a tolerable level in this area. Why is it so horrible in here? They really hate the shuttle hangar. I wonder why the shuttle hangar makes it so bad. That just doesn't seem right. Oh well. So that might be a reason. I guess there's not really anything we can do about that. They're just not going to spend much time in here. But that actually might make sense to think about expanding this a little bit or moving this airlock possibly so they don't have to spend any time in here. So this might be a temporary place for this airlock. We might end up moving it over here. But wow, look at that. That's the best the comfort on the ship has been. Just moving that generator really did the trick. What's it say about this? I'm pretty sure all of these resource things are going to contribute to bad environment. Yeah, the power generator is the worst. But just having all of these things in one room just makes this room an awful place to be. So ideally, I guess you want to isolate all of these into their own little chamber. Let's think about that. Look at that. We got this airlock out of the way. But it is break time and everyone is taking a break for the night. We caught Tala getting ready for bed. Her discomfort's only minor on the way to bed. I think this is the best their comfort has been. None of them are above minor. That's great. They're actually starting to get to the point where they can enjoy life on this ship. And with that, we're going to say goodnight to our team and pick it up here next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.